EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gains.
Great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Man, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader." I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 14. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to next-gen stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. Yards on the play, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Seven, our score after 1. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Packers. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Cobb in motion right. On 2nd and 2. Rodgers. This is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now it's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score.
You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go again to Jones.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
19.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. You'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Rodgers now on first down.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
2nd down at 7.
Rodgers going to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game?
And now off to the races down the right side. The 20, 10. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
122 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Running right, Jones. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Wilson.
Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing... And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by... They'll hand this to Williams to start things out. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Double count.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown.
K.J. Hamler.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Here's... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Ford Field.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
He's going to air one out.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tariq Carpenter.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Sanders. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. Not something... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Tua going to tap this forward on a jet sweep. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert to about the 40-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Tua rolling to his right. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A run with Mostert up the middle. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Here we go.
And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion left is Cobb. On the counter, here's Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got room. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 20. Line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. These two teams all tied after one. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go.
In motion, Hill. On second down, Tua. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say?
Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And here's Jones again on second down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side.
Not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. He probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Rodgers.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Let's go.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Slot man moves right.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 34. In motion right comes Cobb. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, 88 yards. And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua looking for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 28 yards.
And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.